Whew. Got to get a little limber here, you know? Got to just go like this. It's a good like singing exercise. Me, me, ma, ma, moo. No? You never did that? I thought you were a voice actor.
Are we recording?
This is episode 79. 79.
I'm putting that in the intro.
This is Car Guys Talk with Andrew and Tavarish.
Hey, everyone.
Hey, what's up, guys?
How are you?
Hey.
Hope you guys are doing well. This is the Car Guys Talk podcast, and we are the Car Guys. My name is Freddie Hernandez. You may know me as Tavarish if you're on the internet and looking for Tavarish-related content.
Still looking.
Still looking. Haven't found it yet, but one day we'll get there. We'll get there. Join me is my friend, partner in crime, Mr. Andrew Howell, a.k.a. Finger Guns, Fingurgans. You're Fingurgans today. Do the thing. Do it. He's doing it. He's doing the finger gun. Oh, there we go. That is the Andrew I know and love. Mr. Fingurgans in studio today, firing on all mandibles.
Barrels.
Firing on all phalanges.
Barrels. Gun barrels.
On all gun clips. On all, on semi-automatic, fully, I don't know.
Full semi-auto.
Full semi-auto. This is Car Guys Talk, and we talk about cars and car culture, and I can't speak. So we have some questions from the Insta. So Tavarish.com/Insta is not a website. Don't go there.
Call that Instagram.
The gram. Is it the gram or the Insta? Is that what kids call it? Is that lit AF? Is that how do kids do? What is cool?
Not this.
Definitely not this. Oh, all right. So we have some questions. And if you guys want to ask us questions, you can do so at carguystalk@gmail.com. And we will try not to be weird like we're being weird right now, but that probably won't work really well. I had a little thing in my throat. Sorry.
First question.
Yes.
Comes from Howell __Andy. And he asks,
Is that you?
why did your co-host...
Hold on. Your name is Andrew Howell, and that guy is Howell _Andy?
He asked, why did your co-host steal my name?
Oh, okay. So I'll answer that. I'm not going to answer that because it's not my name. You answer that. Go.
Hey, you trying to fight? What's up? What's up, bro?
Internet fight, internet beef.
You trying to go, bro? It's my name.
I feel like a diss track is coming up.
Howell Andy. What are
Yeah.
you, the kid from Toy Story, bruh?
Okay.
No, I
anyway.
think that's actually kind of neat that he has my name, or rather that he has my name. Sorry.
Who's older? If you know that's how you determine who is the original Andrew Howell, because as we know, there have been no Andrew Howells before you. Yeah.
I don't. His profile picture is very small. I'm not gonna pass judgment. Either way, how does it feel?
It's not the size that counts.
How does it feel to have the world's best first name in the world? That's what I want to know.
The world's best first name in the world.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kejwan _Hill wants to know, how long will you think for the Ferrari to be restored?
I'll think for a while before it gets restored. I'll probably do a lot of thinking. I mean, there's a lot of thoughts that go through a head in a day. Figure.
Some thinks.
Yeah, some thinks.
Okay.
A medium amount of thinks.
Good.
Yeah. So the Ferrari, for those of you who don't know, I bought a Ferrari. Oh, I bought a Ferrari. Did I tell you?
You did. You did tell me.
But I don't think I told the viewers. I don't think because that was over my vacation. There's a lot of stuff that happened.
Why are you slightly Irish now?
I did come from Ireland, actually. From Ireland, and I saw a bunch of castles.
I think they kind of got the hint when you were at the end. Well, I don't know how many of these people here are also subscribed to Hoover's Garage on YouTube, but you did make a cameo appearance involving the Ferrari at the end of a Hoover's Garage video.
Considering that video got 700,000 views, I figure that a fair amount of people kind of know about it. But if you don't, I bought Tyler Hoover's Ferrari F355, after it was in a very bad fire. So
You are addicted to barbecue.
Barbecue. Yeah, we'll let that go. We'll let it go. A very fine joke, sir.
Hey, thanks, man.
So I bought this car, and the way it works is when you have a car that has catastrophic damage like that, obviously, the car was a total loss, and it was a pretty big deal to Hoover because that was like his first Ferrari and whatever. But me, being the opportunist that I am, I said, "Yo, let me get that car." Yo,
I heard you got a car that was on fire.
I know you're still crying and junk, but can I get those wheels?
So, I mean, it was on fire. My Lambo being on fire, but I don't care. Like, let me buy that Ferrari.
Let me get that Rari.
The Ferrari.
The Ferrari. That's right. But I bought the car. I actually waited till Hoover got an estimate from the insurance, and I'll reveal how much it cost later on. I don't want to do it in the show.
Tree fitty.
It was not tree fitty. I would have loved if that was the case, but it was. I believe I overpaid for what I got. I don't have the car yet. It's actually at Hoover's garage now in Kansas, and I have to go pick it up. Should have been a little smarter on my part. Maybe I should have just had it delivered to me in Florida, but now I have to make a cross-country trip to get this thing. But I got this car, and there was a little bit of a back and forth because the insurance wanted to declare it as a parts certificate of destruction car, which means that it can never be titled or anything like that.
Can we start a death metal band called Certificate of Destruction?
I'm pretty sure that's already a thing. That has to be a thing. We are Certificate of Destruction. Yeah, that sort of thing. Okay. My throat isn't where it needs to be. That was not a good. It's not a good facsimile of what a death metal band is. So
it just sounded like labored breathing.
Yeah, actually, yeah. That's
another good name for a death metal band.
Labored breathing is better than Certificate of Destruction.
I disagree.
Certificate of Destruction is labored breathing's title track.
Nah. You know what?
It's like third on their.
Certificate isn't a death metal band, it's a thrash metal band.
I like how it's already normalized to Certificate.
COD?
Yes.
It's a thrash metal band.
Thrash metal, yeah. Okay. So there was a whole thing with that where I didn't think I would get the car. So because I want to register it, I want to rebuild it and make it registerable, and so I can drive it. But then they changed their mind. They changed their tune. And they said, actually, we're going to issue just a regular salvage title, which I can register because I just need to get a salvage inspection here in Florida, which is laughable. It's just, do your blinkers work? All right, there you go. So you can do that and then have the car rebuilt and whatnot. The car is rough. It's real bad. I mean, if you don't know what the car looks like, go on Hoover's garage and look up the last video of his Ferrari, and you just pour one out for your homies because that thing is not good. So I got that car. I don't know how long it's going to take to rebuild. I wager a little bit because I need to make a whole account of what is good in that car. I'm not even going to say what's bad. Most things are going to be bad.
Most of it.
So, I mean, how long do you looking at that? You've seen some pictures
Yes.
of that car. How long do you think that's going to take to rebuild?
I think it's going to take at least 6 months.
Okay. Now, you've seen the pictures of the car. That's to restore it. What if I modified the car a little bit from a convertible to a hardtop?
Okay, 8 months.
Now, what if I modified that hardtop and also added a twin turbo kit?
Still 8 months.
Still, you can do the same time. Just get a little bit more efficient. And how did it not move? One of those things is apparently really easy to do.
So I just need you when you're doing this build, I need you to do me a favor.
What?
And I need you to officially name the car the Ferrari.
What if we just name it the Fiero? The Ferrari, yeah, yes. Sure. We can try to do that. Well, I'll put a pin in that, and we'll see if it gets down the chain.
The Fahrenheit F355.
That's not bad. That is good. I'll get that up to management. We'll see what we can do. There's a lot of paperwork involved. It's a process.
The
barbecue 355. Okay. So anywhere between 6 to 8 months, depending on how many modifications I have.
The stomach churny turny burny.
Feeling that one less. Feeling that one a little less. But you get an A for effort. So we'll go on to our next question. So 6 to 8 months. I'm thinking it's going to take less than that, but I am horrible with time management, as you can see with my Lamborghini build. So you should never take anything I say at face value. Yeah, never. Always or never. I don't know. So next question.
Maybe Mechanic wants to know.
Maybe Mechanic.
Maybe.
Maybe. Is he okay?
When are you going to start your DIY channel? I already asked Andrew. That's me. This, and he told me not anytime soon, but we can get can we get a rough estimate on the beginning of #WrenchEveryday?
So #WrenchEveryday is we're gonna try to start a DIY channel. It's gonna be an offshoot of my main channel, my main Tavarish channel, and I don't want to put any date on it just because it's such a big undertaking. But now that we have the shop, now that we have a big shop and we have a place to do it, I think it's more of a possibility. And we're going to work towards that. I'm not going to give any sort of time frame because there's so many variables. Right now, it's just in the planning stages. But I think it's something that we can both work on. And I think it's something that we can both be proud of. So it'll come at some point, hopefully sometime soon. I'd like it to be sometime soon, but
I also would, for the record, would like it to be sometime soon.
Okay, so both of us would like it to be sometime soon, and so I think we could make it sometime soon. We'll see how it goes.
The official date is sometime soon.
There we go. Sometime soon, 2018 or 2019 or 2020, depending on how the election goes and if we're not all in a fiery inferno by then. So there you go.
Ian AC Dawson.
You know what I say?
You know what I say? Ian AC Dawson wants to know, how many of Hoovy's cars do you have now?
So I have quite a bit. I call it the Tyler Hoover collection.
Ooh.
And so it's going to be a part of my garage. Like, here's the Tyler Hoover section of my garage. Like Jay Leno was like, well, here's the Lamborghini section. And I have 3 cars. I have the Mercedes S600, I have the Bentley Continental GT, and I have the Ferrari F355. Now, Hoovy wants to sell Apollo 911. The 996 Carrera 2, I believe it was, that he LS swapped and then subsequently blew on the track. So he wants to sell that, and he will not sell it to me. And that's good because I already spent all my money on the last car. So that's fine. But I don't expect to buy any more cars off of him because there's not really anything I kind of want. There's not anything I really would consider. Like the Testarossa that he got was really nice. It's not my cup of tea. It's not my type of car. Also the Phantom. Also, I think the Mercedes S-Class is a little bit better value. It's a faster car, and I think it has more in terms of creature comforts. I don't care about the presence. I don't care about the land yachtness. And I think I'm not going to be able to, like, he paid $80,000 for that car. There's no way I'd pay for that. So other than maybe some of the cheaper cars that he has, just as a goof, then maybe I'd buy a car off of him. But I only have 3 right now, and I don't plan on getting any more. How about you? How many Hoovy cars do you have?
I have none.
Really? You should get your own collection. You should get a Hoovy collection.
Maybe eventually I'll do that.
Yes. You should just buy cars from other YouTubers and then they just get passed around. It goes like Doug DeMuro, Hoovy, Tavarish, and then from Tavarish it goes to the junkyard.
Let's see. Okay, Maserati 2000.
Okay,
wants to know,
perfect screen name.
Yep, wants to know what's up with the Bentley.
What is up with the Bentley? I'm I'm a little pissed off because I lost the Bentley key. There's only one key and I lost it. I don't have it. That sucks. So for those of you who don't know, I have a Bentley Continental GT from the year 2004. I bought it from Tyler Hoover, like I mentioned in the last question. And it's just been sitting on the side of my house and waiting to get worked on. Needs some work, needs some engine work. And that is going to be a very mild build just because I'm going to replace the engine, I think. I'm working with a company on that.
Sorry.
Sorry.
I started to yawn.
It's okay. Sorry. Woo! Okay. So I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration? So yeah, it's just gonna be a mild build. I'm gonna fix it, and then maybe do a little bit of cosmetic work and maybe some, one of those tunes that makes a pop and fart and make all sorts of power.
In a Bentley?
Yeah,
I'm here for that.
Yeah, you know about that.
I do.
Yeah. How do people view you when you're going down the street in your cracks and bangs tune?
I don't know and I don't care.
I think you do.
I really don't.
I think
all I want
do.
from my car is for it to make race car noises.
But why?
Because
is it
it's
so
what
you
I
can,
like.
Yes, but you like it so you can do hot boy stuff to get attention from other hot boys, correct?
No, not at all.
No,
seriously, not at all.
So you only do it for you? You're the one. You're the one putting on makeup just because you feel sexy. Is that you?
It's not makeup.
It's makeup. It's foundation, and I'll have you know that it's perfectly applicable because I am a public figure on screen, and it is not makeup. Don't tell me that.
It's because I like it.
It's because I like it. Okay.
Literally.
All right. I think it's because
if I cared what other people think, do you think I would have gotten an ST?
Yes.
Because I get nothing but garbage for having an ST.
You get nothing but garbage?
Yeah, people are like, you bought the wrong car or you couldn't afford the RS.
Well, yeah. I mean, the RS is like 3 times as expensive. Like, well, you bought a Lamborghini, you couldn't get a Veyron? Like, no, I couldn't. That's pretty much what. It's like, yeah, duh.
I posted my car on the Roast My Car subreddit. And
nobody roasted it. It was just that good.
Oh no, it got roasted like crazy. It was either you get an ST, you're too poor to get an RS. If you get an RS, you're really dumb for spending that much money on a Focus. You should have gotten an ST. You can't win.
Okay. Or you just drive a Ford and you should have gotten a STI or
whatever,
Evo or something, right? Okay. So next question.
Let's see. Joe Ryko wants to know, what is the most reliable, efficient, and cheap car for a person who travels to work?
Well,
Honda Civic.
What year? What year? What year and why? I mean, it's like a
1998 Honda Civic DX 5-speed manual. Done.
So DX would be 4-door or 2-door?
4-door. You need space. I'm assuming this person may have a family.
Would you put your family into a car that is now 20 years old?
Yeah.
Why?
Why not?
Because it's not as safe as a car that was built relative in the current century.
Reliable, efficient, and cheap.
Yeah, but you can get that with a car that is a little bit,
well then,
newer.
Go ahead. What car would you choose?
Oh well, I'll tell you. I will tell you a 2012 Hyundai Elantra.
That's fair.
Yeah, 2012. It has all the creature comforts that you'll need. The power windows, the power door locks, the power. Well, not much more power than that, but you don't really need it. Has a nice radio type infotainment thingy. You can connect your phone via Bluetooth, which is all you need for your Waze and whatnot. And it gets up to 40 miles to the gallon. And it doesn't look that bad. It can hold 5 adults. It can hold a bunch of luggage. Yeah, that's all you need. I bought mine for $5,500. I think you can buy them for less now. And mileage does not matter. So take that to the bank. I'm going to point at you. You take it to the bank. Take that advice to the next question, please.
Yes, please. Well, this isn't really a question, more of a suggestion.
More of an insult. But
Christopher _Larberg says, you should buy a Nissan Skyline. Why? Why should he do that?
Why not? I thought. Hold on. What? I thought you were like the guy that loved JDM stuff. I thought you were Mr. JDM and you liked all this. We don't get it here, so it's better and blah blah. No.
Not when it comes to Skylines. They're cool cars. I think it's too much money for what you get.
So let's say if they came back down a little bit, like let's say if they normalized. Let's say if you get a good Skyline GTR, that would be like 20 grand instead of the 40 or 60 or whatever they are.
Then
now.
absolutely.
So 20 grand, you would buy a Skyline,
but it would be a GTR, not a GTS or GTST.
Honestly, I mean GTS or GTST is a good value. It's still turbo, still has the engine that can make a ton of power, and it's rear-wheel drive. You can do donuts.
Yeah, I'd rather
you can do skids.
I'd rather have the all-wheel drive though.
Why?
Because it's cool.
Because it's cool.
Yeah.
How's it cool? It's much. What can you do in all-wheel drive that's cooler than rear-wheel drive?
Launch it real hard.
You can launch rear-wheel drive real hard too.
And spin the tires.
Yeah, but you'll bog down an all-wheel drive car. Yeah, you'll bog down in an all-wheel drive car and rear-wheel
safer in the rain.
Oh, all right. Okay, next question. Oh boy. Woo!
Where's the Lambo? Where's the Lambo? Where's the Lambo? Where's the Lambo? Where's the Lambo?
Oh, is that a lot of questions? Is that a lot of questions? Where's my Lamborghini? Since we record these in sequence, you guys probably have seen where the Lamborghini is, and if not, well, that's just peachy. Then
a lot of these questions are about things we've already covered. Minton 516 wants to know, what are your garage goals?
Well, my garage goals. The one in my house, I'm pretty much set. I already have a lift in it. I have my tools in it. I have air tools. I have all that stuff. The one that I just got, I have my 5,200 square foot warehouse. I'd love to have a 2-post lift. I'd love to have maybe another lift for various things. You can't have enough lifts. I'd like to have an office, maybe some decompression area where you can maybe play some video games or something, and an editing station, and a bunch of tools. I want to be able to put on tires there. I want to be able to mount and balance stuff. I want to be able to do some welding, some metal fabrication, maybe some body work, just kind of like a all-around shop for my personal projects, kind of like a DIY paradise. I'm not sure how close I want to come to that, but we're going to try to get as close as we can to that.
You should name it DIY Paradise.
Well, I'm thinking of like Wrench Everyday HQ or something like that, like Wrench DIY Paradise. That implies that other people can come in and do whatever they want, which is not true.
Mm-hmm.
Just going to be for me and a few select individuals.
Select few.
Yeah.
Seth Stanbury 02 wants to know, what is your favorite obscure car?
You are the connoisseur of obscure cars, so I'm going to let you do that. Because I'm not really I like obscure cars, but I'm not sure if I know what the favorite of mine is. What do you think?
I mean, I have a couple.
Yeah.
A lot of them that we've discussed on the show before.
Sure, but maybe somebody's new. Maybe one of the people watching right now has not seen the show before, so let's...
The Lancia Zero, Stratus Zero. It's a good one.
Okay, which one is that? The Zero Concept?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we have talked about this.
Yeah, but what if there's someone new, Freddie? Someone out there might be new. One person might be new.
Well, it's already here. They're already here. Look at that.
Yeah, boy.
Okay, so you like that.
Boy.
That is that is a good one. That's a good one. So I like this picture where it almost looks like there's a sail. Is that a sail?
No, that's the hood. The rear hood. It just opens to the side.
Okay. Well, I mean, doing spark plug is probably fun. So what else? You said you had a few cars.
Yeah. I got a couple. Another one would be the Bricklin SV1.
Bricklin SV1 is like, it's almost like the poor man's DeLorean.
Yes.
But they're not like cheap now.
No, they're not.
I mean, so this had gull-wing doors. It's a fiberglass
Electric gull-wing doors.
Electric gull-wing doors that always broke. It had a fiberglass body that never fit right. And I believe it had a 302, or it's either 302 or 351. You guys can tell me in the comments. But this actually is not I think it's a little bit better looking than the DeLorean. I think the styling wise, the proportions are off from a DeLorean, but
I prefer the DeLorean style-wise, but I would prefer the SV1 performance-wise.
Oh, yeah. I mean, performance, it's not a performance car per se, but it's definitely faster. Honestly, I like this. This looks very, very DeLorean-ish, especially with the wire wheels.
Yes.
From, if you squint hard enough, this is a DeLorean. But I like the slant nose. I just think that the overhang is a little too much. I think it's too big.
Yeah.
It's like a Saab Sonnet type
yes.
thing. Yeah, it's
another one of my obscure car favorites.
Okay, so let me show you what a Saab Sonnet looks like.
Do a Sonnet 2.
Saab Sonnet. Oh yeah, so it's spelled weird. It's SONETT. Saab Sonnet 2. So that's the Sonnet. See the overhang on the front. It's way longer than the body. Like it just doesn't really make sense, but it's a cool little quirky car. I mean, Doug DeMuro would have he would need to change your pants after this car, but
he wouldn't fit in that thing, I don't think.
Probably not, but neither would most of America at this point.
Wheels, Panasports.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not a bad looking car. These are actually quite affordable.
They are.
I would say, but they're not.
But parts are really hard to find.
Yeah, so these are V4 engines.
Yes, true V4. Yeah,
they're Ford Taunus V4 engines, and it's not a Taurus inline four. It's a Taunus V4.
Yep.
And they're not bad looking cars. Okay, so is that your?
I got one more.
You got one more. Okay.
One more from the 30s. We're going way back. Look up the Phantom Corsair.
Phantom Corsair. I've never actually heard of this car, but I might have seen it. Oh. Wow.
She's a beauty.
That is striking. It looks like a Stingray.
Mm-hmm.
So for those of you joining us on audio, this is really interesting. It looks kind of like tankish. It's very Art Deco.
Yes. Oh yeah, it's from the 30s.
Yeah, it's from but it's extremely Art Deco.
See if you can scroll down, see if you can find a picture of the interior. There it is.
Okay,
right there.
This right here.
Yep.
Okay, so it's just a big bubble. It looks almost like a Mercury
it looks kind of almost like a little like a 30s Packard almost. It has those very streamlined.
Yes. You know what it looks like from the outside? A horseshoe crab.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah, so it looks almost exactly like a horseshoe crab. It has this radiator grill in the front, and it's like scalloped, and there's no flat lines on the car at all. It looks aerodynamic, but it's probably not.
It might be.
Well, I mean, this is from the era where wind tunnels hadn't been invented yet. So.
Yeah, of course they had. The Tatra T77 was the first car designed in a wind tunnel, and that was from the 30s.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean all cars were in the 30s were designed with wind tunnels.
Well, sure, but I'm just saying like wind tunnels were around.
Okay, but what I'm saying when they were when cars were being tested regularly in wind tunnels, and when they understood what coefficient of drag meant for fuel efficiency and all that stuff, I don't think that this was one of those things. Is this a concept car or was it?
I believe it was
a one of a kind.
Yeah.
So it might be a coach built thing.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? I found out about this car in a video game. Actually, L.A. Noire. This is
L.A. Noire.
It's like a special car you can find in the game.
Sweet. I didn't know that L.A. Noire. I thought it was like a GTA thing where they they just had kind of like sort of facsimiles.
L.A. Noire has actual cars.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's actually a good list. I would say my obscure car. It's not even obscure. I mean, I went to when I went to Europe. Just how many weeks ago? I don't even know. So a few weeks ago, I was in Europe, and there's so many weird, quirky things. I went to the museum in. I believe it was in the Netherlands. It was I'm blanking on what the name is. I think it's called Auto World or something like that. And there were so many weird Renaults. It was just insane. Like the Renaults, they have all these cars. that don't have any front grills. And it's almost like they're electric, you know, like, oh, you don't need any cooling here, but all the cooling was from underneath. So there was a Renault, and I can't remember what the name of the car was. I took a picture of it, but my phone, like the battery like exploded or something. It just died. And it was a forward control truck. Like it was a it was a van, but you sat in front of the front axles.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was a forward control, and all the axles and everything. The rear seats is where the front seats of a regular car would be. And that was really cool. I like the Renault Aventime. Yeah. So there was one of those as well. I'm going to show you guys what an Aventime looks like. And the Aventime is famous for being the car that was on Top Gear, and they tried to make it faster than Evo. Aventime. And it looks like this. So it is a 2-door minivan.
Yep.
And it looks really cool. It has a really big looking greenhouse, and it's just really all. I'm trying to get this blue out of the way. Okay, not that. Yeah, look at that interior. It's not bad, man.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And
that's what the 2-door Nissan Murano should have been.
Yes,
minus the convertible.
The convertible. The front looks pretty smart. I like the grill and the right on top of the headlight. There's a lot of style for style's sake here.
Look at the taillights. Those are wild.
Oh yeah, the taillights are
so cool.
Yeah, it's very modern art, but it makes a lot of sense. But they sold like crap.
Yep, I think they sold like 250 in the first year or something like that. They talk about it on Top Gear.
Yeah. Take a look at this. Wow, like you can see the interior structure. We're looking at a Wikipedia article, and you can really see how the crash structure is, and it's just like this big gaping hole. It looks almost like a bathtub in the back. It's kind of cool. I like those, and they're around Europe. I've seen 3. So I like that. I like the Alfa Romeo Brera. So let's see, Alfa Romeo Brera. That is a good. That's a 3.2 V6 all-wheel drive. Is this a supercharged one? I can't remember. This might be a supercharged. You guys are probably somebody yelling at me. Of course it's supercharged, or of course it's not. But this is a very good looking car. Very good looking. And I've seen 2 or 3 in the wild, and every single time it's such a striking automobile. Now, what I've actually seen this on a McLaren drive.
Oh, wow.
So I was in a McLaren 570, and I go, oh my God, is that a Brera? You know, I'm in a car that's worth many times. I was like, oh, it's really, really funny. So another, I think the car that I've lusted after for a long time, and it's not available in the States. I'm not sure if it's that obscure, but it's obscure enough. The TVR Sagaris. Or Sagaris or Sagaris.
Sagaris.
The cigar is, yes. So take a look at this. This is just in Forza. It's in Forza. But it is a very striking car.
I love the translucent spoiler.
Yeah.
That is just so cool.
It's translucent spoiler, side exit exhaust. Jeremy Clarkson famously said, like, it looks like an axe murderer designed the hood because it has these like weird fenders here. And
I have seen one in person many years ago at Festivals of Speed in St. Pete.
How could you get those over here? Where was it like?
It may have just been like a show only type of thing.
You can't. So I tried that. You can't get it under show and display. It's impossible. You cannot get these under show and display. So
it may have been different, but this is like 2005, I think.
So it comes with this 4-liter. It's a super small picture. It comes with a 4-liter inline 6. That makes, I want to say 400 horsepower. Something like that.
Who makes that motor?
TVR.
Really?
TVR makes it's their own.
Wow.
It's their own block and stuff. And the interior is just amazing. It's just like this leather custom job. It looks like it was made by West Coast Customs.
It's very early 2000s.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it was West Coast Customs in Pimp My Ride heyday. That's what it looks like. It should have a fish tank in the back. But there actually was some controversy with this car recently because there was a bunch of articles coming out about this company called Grex Automotive.
Right.
Grex Automotive put out a press release or something that says, we're going to make a kit car that you can buy in the States or worldwide that is basically 100% of a TVR Sagaris. It looks exactly like it, but it has like an LS or something. And it's going to make this amount of power, and it's going to cost like $58,000. And people like just ran with it. They're like, wow, it's this is a big deal because there's a lot of people in the States that want a Sagaris, but they can't get one because it's just impossible to import, and it has like there's no safety, there's no traction control, there's no airbags and nothing. It's like a race car. But people ran with the story, and like one blog got the story, and then that got picked up by other blogs because that's how it works. It's like an aggregator thing. Nobody stopped to think like, hey, is this a scam? Is this actually a scam? So
little did they know it was actually started by Elio.
Yeah. Paul Elio's like, yes, yes, all the monies are mine. So what I wanted to show you was if you look at Grex, let's look at Grex Sagaris. You're going to look at you're going to see pictures of. So these pictures are what's on essentially their website, the Grex Automotive website. These are Photoshops. This is a clear. First of all, this is a real car, and all they did was put Grex on the number plate, and they blacked out where this would say Sagaris or TVR or something like that. They put it as you can have a left or right hand drive however you want it. So it's up to your, it suits any style or whatever, or any country. This is a left-hand drive TVR Sagaris. And they put, you see that they put Grex right here. This was actually a one-of-one left-hand drive Sagaris that sold in 2009. So I had to do some research, but this is actually somebody's car because I looked at those wheels. I'm like, those aren't standard wheels. Or they might be, or it could be like a one-of-one. But I looked at, blue Sagaris with, or Sagarii? Sagarii?
Sagaris.
Yes, Sagaros. And and Sagarises. And they had, and I found one that had this wheel, and it turns out this is the only left-hand drive one in the world, and it sold for a decent amount of money.
Huh.
This is a picture of apparently one of their kit cars. First of all, this is real. This is horrible because this is a TVR, I think, while they were building it. Because TVR, you can tell, remember in the Top Gear episode, they went to TVR?
Mm-hmm. And how like all the molds and stuff is outside, the abandoned facilities and everything.
This is the TVR factory.
Yeah.
That's the TVR factory. You can even make out, if you zoom in, I don't know if this picture you can zoom in that much. It says TVR right here. It has like an order number for this TVR. And this is exactly the engine bay of a TVR Sagaris. And that's because it's an actual TVR. So they don't actually have, this is supposed to be, they don't actually have any cars. And when I dug further, this company was started by this guy, John DeLuca or something like that. And he's out of Tenerife, which is like an island off the coast of Spain. And he's been trying to do kit cars for a while. Now, whenever you have kit cars that are 100%, recreations of stuff, you should run because it is such a scam. And this has scam written all over it. To my knowledge, I would not give 1 penny to this until they have like a YouTube video or something where they go, here's how we build these cars. Here's like from A to Z. And then you get somebody that actually bought this car and says, here's what it's like. Because otherwise you are going to get a whole bunch of nothing and you're going to get a $60,000 hole in your bank account. So apparently they said that they're going to build 10 of these in the year 2019. So they're like, oh, orders are going fast. I'm like, dude, this is real scam territory. And it doesn't help because, look, Auto Evolution, Motor Authority, Top Speed, World News, Easy Branches, I don't know what that is, Inside Hook, they're not questioning this at all. And it's insane. It's absolute motoring research, and they go like, oh, the Tavarish Sagaris is back as a V8 powered block. No, it's not. It's not. It really isn't. And I tweeted this out, and I don't think anybody really picked it up. But dude, like, does it seem like a scam?
Yeah, it seems pretty scammy.
Okay, so I would not hold out too much hope, even though like the first person that would be on that list would be me. I would love a Tavarish Sagaris. Even if it was a kit car, even if I had to build it myself, I would do it 100%. So I think that's
So do you like the Sagaris? Is that what you're trying to say?
A little bit.
Okay.
A little bit. Did we lose some are we okay? It's getting a little dicey with our frame rate here. So it looks like we're wait. Oh, that's kind of cool. Pop and locking. Okay. So what? Okay, now it's a little better. And I apologize if the frame rate was actually okay on the recording and just bad on my computer. My computer could be just having a fit. So I think that's gonna be it for today. We talked about some stuff, right?
We did. Cars mostly. Oops.
You're fired.
All right. Well, thanks for hanging out for my last episode. I want to thank my parents and I want to thank the Academy.
And there we go. So if you'd like to contact us, you can do so at carguystalk@gmail.com. And all that stuff will be down below. You can check us out on our social media and ask us questions. Send us your rides so we can roast them. We're going to have, maybe we have had the episode or maybe we have not. I don't know. Depending on how tired Andrew is when he's rendering things. Until next time, this is me, Tavarish, for Andrew Howell, reminding you guys, as always, to wrench every day.
Are we doing that again?
I think you have something better?
Nope.
Wow.